Oh, things are happening. Good afternoon, everyone. Buckle up, Buttercup. Good day, evening to you, sir. Afternoon, morning, lol. Morning in the Sonora Desert. Not here, chainsaw, lol. Morning on the East Coast. (7 a.m. Mountain Time). Does that mean you know the future? LOL. I'm firmly stuck 2 hours in the past. Firmly. Mail time. WEL, my past is still your future. You look like hell heads. A box and a screwdriver, def mail time.
Well, good morning to you fellas.
Day to you, sir.
Feel just about
Hope
as good
you feel better, heads.
as I look. Not the best, but not any worse. Can't complain. How's everybody doing? We do have a little bit of mail today. I stopped by post office on the way home from dropping my son off this morning. And I don't know exactly what we have. I think this is the Stargazer. The thing that Drone Camps just did a video on.
Well, you look great, heads, lol.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks. What is this? Wait, who's this from? The thing's covered up. I can't see who it's from.
Good day, everybody.
It's a big frame. Has my name written on the front of it. Wait, oh, this is from Fat Pastor. This is from Fat Pastor. He sent this to me because he said he wanted to see what I would do with it. This is the Beta 95X Whoop frame. Interdasting. I do have those 1003.
What S up, Boner?
The 1003 RC and power motors upstairs. That might maybe.
Got a Meteor Pro frame and a 2mm fractal 75 plate on the way, making a professional fractal 75.
Very nice. Oh gosh, there's a bunch of other junk in the bottom here. What's this? What do we got here, Pastor? What'd you send me? Looks like stickers and possibly a magnet. Oh yeah, we got Fat Pastor stickers. Look at that fella right there. That handsome fella. Jeez.
Just
get
some
HD
crack.
on him. Get focused on him. Oh God. It doesn't want to focus on you. Here we go. A little PP on the DJI. Very nice. Very nice. We have a note. I was gonna send this with your shirt, but they
Oh, I want that sticker.
no done. Yeah, it's been taking forever for Teespring to get shirts out.
BonerFPV, we got Morningwood in the
If
USA.
anybody ordered a shirt and they haven't gotten it from us yet, it's because of Teespring. They're taking forever.
Pokemon the walk snail.
And we got some other Fat Pastor the cartoon ones. I like those. Sweet. And also a magnet. Look at that. Guess where he's going? Pow!
Ha ha ha.
And that's where he stays forever. Bam. Wait, bam. Get Fat Pastor. All right. Well, thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. I'm going to get cracking on that frame as soon as I get all this other junk done. I got to see what this is. I may not open this all the way on stream because if this is the Stargazer, then I don't want to open this right now. I need to record all that. So I'd want to get like a better camera angle on stuff and all that, you know? Not hold it up to the camera all lame. That is what it is.
Fat fostered ha.
It appears... Looks like it's been opened already. It has been opened already. I wonder if they just sent me the one that Drone Cams had.
90 crew, good morning.
They're like, hey, just forward it to this guy. Yeah, the seal's been broken. Here, look. I'll show you. See? Tampered. On both ends. Dual tampered. Anyways, I'm supposed to be...
DC sold his by now.
I'm supposed to be having a phone call, I think, with this guy, the guy who contacted me from them. Because he said don't do the video yet, which I wonder if he told Drone Cams that, and he was just like, "Yep, I'm doing it anyways. You sent me your shit."
He had to put the drugs in somehow.
No, they may have thrown something extra in there, like maybe extra battery or something. I don't know. I'll wait until I talk to him, though. I am in such a mess this morning. I haven't even put my socks on yet. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I got out of the shower, and my feet are freezing. It's cold in here. And I'm also sick, which is not helping. All right, let me stop beating around the bush. Thank you for waiting
Cock socks.
for mail time real quick.
Did you make your bed?
I did. Not only did I make my bed, I made my bed like that. If you don't make your bed like that, well then go back and start over because you did it wrong. Alrighty, gentlemen, this morning we are flying a brand new creation from our boy, Mr. BonerFPV. I'm excited. It is called Jumanji Dos. So we're back
You
to
don't
Jumanji.
look drunk enough for that face.
No, not nearly drunk enough. I'm just like, I'm drunk on cough syrup. So that's like a whole different kind of drunk. That's like his, that's his New Year's drunk, not his Christmas drunk, you know? That's how you start the new year, right? It looks like YouTube didn't cuck us this morning, and actually, it says that we're actually live. Am I making stuff up, or is that true? Oh, yeah, robo-tripping. There you go. Somebody's hip. Somebody's with it.
Wakey bakey.
Well, that's a given. If you guys missed it, last night we flew in GTA 5, the FPV...
Definitely high medicine.
The FPV mod for GTA 5, which was super fun. We flew in it for, God, probably like 2 hours, 2.5 hours maybe. It was fun. I flew in it like almost all night. I had so much fun with it. I'm looking forward. We're gonna fly it again tomorrow night. So if you missed it, we'll do it. We'll do it then. So be there. Or miss it forever, and you'll never see it. All right, gentlemen. Oh wait, hang on. before we get started. I need to test something real fast. May or may not work. Oh my god, I think it works. I think they fixed it.
Wow.
Oh, they fixed it. Last night,
BRB
all
gonna rip my
of my
on the
videos
golf
broke.
course before the golfers start.
All the buttons broke. None of them would turn off. They all just stayed on, and I was panicking. I was like, what's happening? How do I fix this? And then they had an update this morning to it, which I did right before stream, which always makes me nervous. Because doing updates on anything, you know, right before you got something to do, it always cucks you. But, oh wait, Boner told me to use the HX115. He didn't say why, but he said I would see why. So HX115, final version of the Bonaire. Okay, let's go exploring, shall we?
Windows update is pain ass.
Oh yeah, Windows updates are the worst. This was a Elgato update. It's for the soundboard. I guess they did something that broke some of the buttons and some of the functions of it, and I didn't even notice that any of them had broken, except until last night when I started trying to use some of our little video clip things, and all of them would turn on, but none of them would turn off. Oh, uh-oh. Something invisible there. Where was I? Alright, anyways, let's go this way and let's explore the whole map. This is freaking sweet. Oh god. Oh wait, is that double up there? Oh. There's a little extra bar there.
2023 everyone is a beta tester.
Bonk. Got this little temple dealy here. Oh, we got a pattern change up. I like this stuff. It's like mossy kind of looking stone over here. Got some real Minecraft dungeons looking texture there. Little pile of bones. There's a lot of little gaps and stuff. I like that. Adds some depth to the map. Gives you a little more to work with. I already see something in the distance that I want to just trippy spin until I vomit. We'll go over that in a minute. Oh. The little spot here is all blown out. That's pretty cool. I like all these little torches too. These would be neat in like a really dark underground, like cave kind of map.
What's your opinion on those Happy Model 080227K?
The 0802 27,000? I haven't flown those yet. The highest Happy Model motor I've flown in 0802 is 25,000. I flew the 26,000 0702s, but I haven't flown any 0802s that are 27,000 kV. Not from Happy Model, at least. Oh gosh.
They're the hex ones, heard they're more fragile.
More fragile, like compared to what? Like compared to their old two-piece bells? Because I'd probably say that the old two-piece ones were a lot more fragile, for me at least, in my experience. I don't break the hex motors very often, and if I do, it's like something catastrophic, like I did a really, really, really bad crash, or I hit something really lucky. But usually I run those hex motors into the ground. Same with the Happy model, or I'm sorry, the hex are the Happy models. Or I'm sorry, the hex are the Tiny Whoop, my bad. Hex are Tiny Whoop, Happy models are EX. I know they're the same motor, but
guess cause the bell falls or something, what I heard.
The bell falls on the old motors? That's what used to happen on the old motors, yeah, the bell would slip. So they made the unibells, that's what the hexes are. The hex motors are a unibell. So that doesn't happen with those anymore. The only thing that'll happen normally on the hex motors or the EX motors, either one, they're the same thing. They're just made by different, well, they're branded differently, but they're the same motor.
I've heard the hex shafts are a little more fragile.
What I was going to say is, yeah, you can bend a shaft on the hex motors, and you can throw a magnet on the hex motors. That can happen too. That's not often. I've had that rarely happen, but I have had it happen more than once. Usually it's like a bent motor shaft, though, or something stupid. A wire gets ripped off of the winding. That's the one thing I wish they would add. That's the big benefit of the hex motors, is that they have solder pads. The EX motors from Happy Model are straight to the windings, and I don't like that because it's a lot harder to repair when your motor wire gets ripped off. Oh, mama. Alright, what else do we got here? Oh, these massive things. How did I miss this? Oh, well, that there is satisfying, I tell you. Even better with more speed. More speed. Oh, they're solid. I feel like when you've done those in other maps, they're not solid.
Happy Model has started putting PCBs on their 0702 motors. Wonder if they're doing it on the X motors now too.
I'd hope so. I just got some of their X motors, EX motors lately though, and they didn't. They had it, you know, straight to the whatchamacallits, to the windings. Which again, it's okay. I rarely damage them,
How
but
do you download
when I
GTA
do,
5?
it
I am
makes me really,
with you.
really, really angry.
Fractal flowers inspired.
Jason.
I'm sure you already talked
flowers.
about
Oh,
this
yeah,
heads, but did you see the 75 Pro from beta?
I have seen it, and I've also made my own build out of the frame and the props. That was a pretty recent video I did, just talking about it briefly, because I wanted to try out some other stuff, which I'm currently doing now. That's what I was saying. I just got some Happy Model EX motors. I just got some EX motors, brand new ones, so I could try them on the 75 Pro, just to see how it is with 45mm props. Just to say that I did. I think I'm going to like the 1002s better. So far, the 1002 22,000 kV are really nice. I like them a lot. Or no, they're 23,500 or whatever. I don't know. They probably made that number up. But it's Flywoo Robo 1002 motors. I like those a lot with the 45s. That's a lot of fun. And it's got a lot of control still. Feels pretty nimble in the air. It doesn't feel all wishy-washy like 1002s feel with 40mm props. IMO feels a little sloppy in the turns usually with it. It doesn't feel very snappy, you know? Oh gosh.
Robustness.
Yes, exactly. That's what we're looking for
Go
when we do these
LA
motors. We do robust. That's what we're looking for.
Great map, Boner.
Premium.
Dude, legit figures. My luck, bought the 65 Pro 3 days ago.
Bought the 65 Pro 3 days ago? Did you get a 65 Pro frame, or did you get the bind and fly? I haven't tried the 75 Pro bind and fly. I've only tried the frame that it comes with, the larger frame.
Robust but
And,
only between the calipers.
And the propellers it comes with, the 45s. But as far as the bind and fly, I don't know if the bind and fly is going to be any good. That has larger motors on it, if I remember right. I think it has 1102s on it, maybe? Oops. I could be completely wrong there. I don't pay too much attention to beta FPVs, bind and flies, because they've been kind of dookie lately for me, so.
If you are looking for some robot robustness, check the lava cave.
Oh, really?
Didn't Dan use 1102S in his build? The bind and fly will suck because beta S flight controllers suck.
I don't know. I don't know what Dan used in his. No idea.
Hurry boy, she's waiting for you there.
Do you mean Skittles?
I think they come with 1102's
that
22,000.
Alright, lava cave. That looks like it over there. Is this lava cave?
Yeah, that guy.
This looks like lava cave.
Could I put Flywheel 1102 motors on Mobula 7?
You can. It's going to be pretty chunky, though. It'll be pretty heavy. You'd be better off putting smaller motors on it. Unless you're going to be carrying something heavy. If you're going to be carrying like a...
Hey, greets from Germany.
Like a HD camera on it, and you're going to be flying kind of mellow and not too crazy, then put heavier motors on it, and you'll be fine. Oh my god. The throne of Robot Lady and the unicorn. I feel like, why I feel like there's something back here? Something back here? You hiding stuff? No, you're not hiding stuff. Okay. This is sick. She's in her place of worship. Oh my god, please. Stalactite. Or what are those called? What are they called if they go from floor to ceiling? Oh god, there's nothing there.
You are an artist, Boner.
Yeah, really, dude. I like the uplighting too. She looks very, very robust.
That's why you needed the HX115.
I see, I see. You don't think a 5-inch quad would have made it through that? A little bit
hey,
of
all you Boner
scraggle?
lovers out there. Stalagmite.
Maybe not. Sorry, we skipped coffee this morning. So we're going for Monster. God damn, that shit is sour. Are we in?
Golden robust robot lady.
There we go.
I get to fly outside again today, clear skies.
Oh, lucky you. Enjoy it. Enjoy that. It is pouring here today. It's supposed to just have rain all day today. We got some
Monster
UFO
will
trees
make
over
your
here.
heart explode out of your chest.
Yeah, well,
in Australia,
I'm a
they
dude,
are called Vegemites.
and there's a great chance that my heart's gonna explode out of my chest anyhow, like at some point. So, yeah. There's a lot of other things that I do that'll make my heart explode out of my chest too. Monster's the least of my worries.
Same here, too much wind and a lot of rain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not great for flying. Not a fly day for me. Indoors, for sure. I'm going to try out that 75 Pro with the 0802s a little more. I tried it outside in the wind, and it wasn't very great. It was better with the 1002s, actually. It was very nice in the wind.
First monster I ever had back in my 20s when I was young and healthy, thought I was gonna die, lol.
I had to drink...
there is also a smaller temple at the Blue
I had to drink a lot of
Triangles.
these when I was younger to keep myself awake, but I stopped for several years and just did coffee. And now I do coffee, normally just black, but in the usually Fridays, I don't have time in the morning to sit and have a cup of coffee. It's easier to like just grab something while I'm out and on the way. But every other day, I try to stay away from them and just do black coffee. They're also expensive, man. I've been trying to quit all my expensive habits over the years. Like, I stopped smoking cigarettes in
Damn
my
it,
late
now
20s.
I want coffee. Gotta sweet talk the wife into running to Star Schmucks.
In my late 20s, I think, I stopped smoking. It was right before I got diagnosed with Crohn's. Like months before. They actually think that the Crohn's flared up because of the lack of one of the chemicals in cigarettes that I was getting was keeping it suppressed. There's apparently been some studies on that. But anyhow, that and like cutting down on drinking when I drank a ton in my 20s. Just, you know, so I was in my 20s. What do you want me to do? But anyways, cut back on that. Just saving money, really. I saw somebody the other day at 7-Eleven was buying a pack of smokes, and they were like $14 or some shit. I'm sure they're more expensive in places like New York and all, like Chicago, but dude, $14 around here, that's absurd. The last pack of cigarettes I bought was probably like $7.25. So to see that at double, that's crazy. Crazy. And people are paying it still.
My mom, who also has Crohn's, swears that smoking cigs helped her get into remission.
Yeah, there's been some studies done about the nicotine helping with it, and I don't know. I quit smoking after 15 years of smoking, and I was quitting because I woke up one day, we were drinking the night before, and I did one of those, you know, I don't need these fucking things, and threw them off the deck out into the yard over the fence, and I just never went and got them. And I just stopped. And then like 2 months later, I get the worst stomach pains I've ever had in my life.
Over 5 ID quit. That was a decade ago in Texas, though.
Oh, well. Yeah, I'm sure it's been a little cheaper there. What were we saying? Sorry, I had my cough syrup this morning, and I am miles away right now. Damn it.
Worst stomach pains in your life.
Yeah. Right after I quit smoking. Thank you. Right after I quit smoking, 2 months after. Really bad stomach pain.
God's like, congrats
Wife,
on quitting cigs. Hey, race, a lifelong disease.
Right? Wife took
smoking.
me to the hospital, and they couldn't figure out what was wrong with me for months, man. They kept sending me home saying I had gas. And I was like, dude, I've had like bad Mexican food before and had gas, brother. This ain't it. That's not it, please. It took forever for them to finally, I had to go through 4 different hospitals, and on the 4th one, the third one, they found out what it was, and then they sent me to the 4th one because they said it was so bad they couldn't take care of me at that hospital. They weren't equipped to handle it. It was brutal, but yeah, my GI at Hopkins in Baltimore told me that there's been studies done about nicotine helping.
Same here, dude. They
Keep it
thought
in
I had a
remission.
tapeworm.
Thought you had a tapeworm? People really, like, hospitals really need to figure this Crohn's stuff out and, like, be able to diagnose it a little faster. There was one doctor, this female doctor, she was really funny, and was, like, had really good, like, bedside manner as a doctor. But she was the only one who was like, I want you to get your bowels looked at. She's like, I just have a hunch maybe it might be Crohn's or something like IBS. And yep, sure enough, it was Crohn's. But every other doctor I saw was like, yeah, this is
the cable somehow they just don't work now.
This is just you just got some farts, man. You just got to go home and let some farts out. Okay, I'm sure that's what it is. My headphones died with the
LOL.
cable somehow.
I have pretty bad gout.
Oh,
Took
no.
multiple doctors and almost a year for docs to figure it out. Spent most of that year using canes, crutches, and walking boots. Fucking doctors.
Telling you, man. Yeah. I feel like gout, especially when you're in a flare-up, I feel like that should be an easy one to find, you know? I feel like that's pretty well studied at this
Nothing
point.
like being gaslit by trained professionals.
Yeah,
Can
man.
confirm Mosquito XL plus empty golf course equals fun.
Oh, yeah, it sounds like it. Whoops. Those curve in a little more than I thought they did.
I was in a flare-up and the docs just sticking needles into it, giving me steroids.
Nice.
Dodging sprinklers.
Dodging sprinklers. That sounds like fun. You gotta get like a little cheap thing to fly out there, like a Darwin FPV thing. Something that's you're not too worried about, and even if you get clipped by a sprinkler, you know. Put a little conformal coating on it and let her rip. Let her rip, tater chip.
Mosquito is expendable.
Oh, okay. Shit. Alright, what else do we have going on here? These BonerFPV maps are sprawling. There's just stuff everywhere. Oh god, you can't go under there, can you? Well, I guess you can sneak under there a little bit. Ooh. Oh.
I have hemorrhoids, it's a pain in the ass. Need a Tesseract too now.
Ooh, Tesseract 2. Tesseract is probably one of my favorite proximity maps. Oh, this thing looks like it'd be fun. Oh, get up there.
Tesseract is an awesome map.
Yeah, it is. It's a banger. Oh no. Ground comes at you fast with a HX-115.
Got Maddie S down because of Tesseract.
Nice. That's awesome.
Morning, why all?
Good morning. How you doing, sir?
I wish I could Maddie IRL.
Oh, you can. It just takes practice. But I mean, we all had to. We all have to do it.
Still too scared of crashing to try IRL. Made an attempt on a cactus this morning.
Oh, okay. Do them high up. Do them high up until you get kind of the feel of it. Just keep doing
The
lower
Apocalypse version
and lower
is also
and
nice
lower to the
because
ground.
some parts are in an angle.
Yes, yeah, that's kind of like flying in the confusion box or the confusion
Can't
cube. I forgot
complain working from the cottage
forgot what
today.
he,
How are you?
what he labeled it. The cottage.
23 watching and only 10 likes.
Excuse
What's
you?
wrong with you people?
The cottage?
I wish I could
Explain
trippy
yourself.
spin so damn mind fucking.
You can also do that. You can trippy spin. It just takes practice. Lots of it, but you can do it. Everybody can.
I'll have a like then. You need to crash enough to get rid of the fear of crashing. Shit, I forgot to like.
I think you just got to get comfortable at fixing. When you get comfortable at repairing,
No more hot jelly beans.
and I mean comfortable to the point where like, there's nothing really that's gonna stump you, kind of thing.
Need a happy medium between Tesseract.
It's so much
and
easier to
Confusion
crash
box
when
tighter,
you're like,
not too
I'll
twat.
figure it out if I break something. Like I'll get it worked out. NBD. If I crash,
you know
I crash.
A place where the lake is currently frozen. LOL, those flowers look like fractal.
Place where the lake is currently frozen. Just hanging out in a cottage. What the hell? Are you there for the weekend? Just kind of chilling? No more hot jelly beans? No, I still have hot jelly beans. They're still there. They're under the monitor. Over yonder. Right by the stanky jelly beans.
Those flowers are the fractal flowers. Actually, I lied. I can do Matta's IRL. It's trippies. I have a problem with IRL.
Oh,
I'm
okay,
not scared of crashing, just don't like to do it.
Well, yeah, that's true. I mean, who likes to crash? I like crashing when I get sent stuff to try out, and they're like, it's indestructible, or it's the most durable,
BonerFPV,
whatever.
Like,
cool. Oh yeah, is it? Well, don't mind if I do.
Yeah, pretty much tagged along with my parents, so my dad doesn't get up to no good.
Oh, okay, good.
I call them expensive landings.
Got to keep an eye on Pops, huh? It gets a little wily out there at the cottage.
Those fractal flowers gave me the inspiration. I know this is an FPV stream, but anyone get the Resident Evil 4 remake? It's so damn good.
I did not. I played Resident Evil 4, but I didn't get the remake. I played that forever ago. Oh god. It's pretty good though.
Did you really not like the Mob 7? I saw your video yesterday. They should send that stuff to me. Indestructible.
I didn't like it when I got it. It's changed since I got it though. The version of Betaflight that it comes with, the tune and everything, has changed. The thing that I still don't like about it is the motors. I still don't like those RS.
That give me inspiration.
20,000 KVs.
Like
I think they're too much. They're too heavy. They're not too much power. They're not enough power. They're just too much weight. I don't think it's worth it. I think it's better IMO to get the lighter HX, or I'm sorry, the Hex or the EX. 25,000 KVs. I just think that's better for 40mm props. It's more fun. You get more catching power. I don't know. That's just what I fly every day. I love them.
Really, I love those motors.
Yeah.
Those motors are awful and break easy.
Yeah, I don't really like them very much. Yeah, I broke 2 out of 4 of them, and then they sent me 2 replacements, and I've broken 2 others since then. So I just kind of stopped using them. I haven't gone through as many hexes as I have the RS. Or I'm sorry, I haven't gone through as many EXs
Would
as I have the RS.
I need to tune down the stock pits on the Mob 7 if I get higher KV motors?
That depends on what version of Betaflight and how that all flies now. I don't know. I would assume not.
Really mine have been going
not by
like
much
6
at least.
months of hard crashing.
But it depends. I would switch everything over to Quicksilver, in my opinion. I would just use Quicksilver on a Mobula 7 because it's going to fly better, and it has better built-in tunes. It's simpler. It's got less crap to install on the flight controller. Overall, I don't know. I just think it's a better firmware to use. I prefer it. And the tunes on it are really good. But that's just me. Everybody getting ready for iGal 4? That's coming up.
You have a link to Quicksilver, never heard of it.
Just go to Google and type in Boss Hobby.
Just die or the shaft slips
BOSS
killed the 4.
HOBBY. Boss Hobby. Quicksilver. 2 words. Boss Hobby. Quicksilver. And the configurator
is
is
my next
online.
challenge.
You don't have to download
Build a
anything.
mob pick for
It's all built.
IGW4.
It's all built in to the. As long as you're using a Chrome browser, you're good. Or Chromium.
Finally, we got that fractal sweetness here in Holland. It's in store.
Oh yeah.
I'm just not
That's
gonna
sick.
buy any
Awesome.
IOs till BMI is back on all of them that Ormbu 6000.
I just got some diamond boards that had BMI 270s on them. They were a replacement board, so they may have sent me some ones they had laying around, not in stock from the new stuff. But I was surprised. I hooked them up to Quicksilver, and I was like, fucking BMI 270. Okay. I'll take it.
I'm ready for IGO. Need to register. I need more 0702 26,000 kV. Anyone have some wanna sell cheap? I don't care if they are used. Heads random Quicksilver question. All my Elvers RX that are not on AIO always just show 99 RC, and I know they are not at 99. Any idea? ICM needs
No, I'm not sure about that one, Jake. If you aren't already,
crossboard has BMI
jump
270. Maybe they're switching everything back.
Jump into the Quicksilver Discord. They get back to you like almost immediately. They're really, really good about getting back to you. They have a whole troubleshooting section though, where they can answer questions like that. 9 times out of 10, when I'm setting up one of my whoops, I don't even keep RSSI on the screen anymore. Once I switched over to ELRS, I don't ever fly far enough away, I think, to cause any signal problems.
They're 24 for 4. Okay, dope. Didn't know they had a Discord.
Yeah, if you want to find a link to it, the least convoluted way, surprisingly,
I hope the US will
would
change
be
the vaccine rules
go
as soon
to
as fucking possible. Otherwise, I can't visit the States next
They are
month.
changing it, Boner. I don't know when they're changing it, but I'm pretty sure they're changing it within the next month or two. I just heard something about that on the news the other day. If you go to our Discord, though, that's in the link down below, in the pinned messages of our Discord, there should be a link to Quicksilver's Discord in there somewhere, like the invite link is in there somewhere. I think that might be the easiest way to find it. I'm not sure how easily Google will pull it, you know what I mean? They might pull it and you might find it really quickly, but
I have a Mob 6 HD that
I know for sure
to a
it's there.
75mm frame but get really bad yaw washout all the time. Any ideas on how to fix it? It has 18,000 kV motors, but I have some 25,000 kVs would that help? Thanks. Bother.
No worries, dude.
In May they will change the rule for Vaxaxaxaxaxina.
I've heard they were going to. You might need to Google that one, but I heard something about it on the news the other day. I don't remember the exact date they gave, but I was surprised that we still even have a rule on that. That's crazy. Flying bots. I have a Mob 6 HD that I converted to a 75mm frame, but get really bad yaw washout all the time. Any ideas on how to fix that? It has 18,000 kV motors. Changing the kV of the motors isn't going to help with yaw washout, I don't think. What firmware are you running? Let's start there. Because you guys know what I'm going to say. You know what I'm going to say.
28th is the Ice Storm race from MGP, and I got an personal invite at their costs.
Yeah, let's hope they drop it
Would suck
before
if I
then.
couldn't go because of the cow shit 19 shots.
Yeah.
Think it's 3.6.
3.6? Like beta flight? 3.6? Holy smokes, that's old. If that's what it is.
Yacht. Flying bots props out or in.
I would also try updating your firmware. There's a lot better tunes out there now. And filtering and everything else that can help with all of your flight characteristics. Like a bunch. Yeah. If it was the Mob 6 HD and it was stock, when he swapped it, unless he changed. I think they do.
Trop B182 does one or the other help with
I
wash.
think they did props in on those, didn't they? Bugga, 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 bugga.
I think without you have yaw and roll on different motors.
Ooh, we got a race day quads order out for delivery. I don't know what that is. I think it might be propellers. I think it is
Good morning,
propellers.
you wonderful humanoid mammals. Happy Friday.
Propellers and flight controllers, I reckon. Good morning to you. Happy Friday. Welcome. Holy mama. Oh, that is a bumpy spine there. He had some serious scoliosis going on.
Oh shiz. I almost missed this. How dare you assume I'm wonderful? I'm obviously gorgeous.
I'm fabulous. Alright, lava caves. In there like swimwear, baby.
Jake FPV Bardwell did a
Oh,
video
who?
to props out BSN.
Oh, God. Excuse me.
Nick just posted a new video.
God dang, man.
An idol to our Lord and Savior Robot Lady.
Being sick with the sneezes is the worst. Nick just posted a new video? What about? Can we like make this a little wonky? Make it look like the
Meteor
moon's rolling
75.
around the rim? Can we make the moon look like it's rolling on the rim of the circle up there? A little bit. Make it look like it's tumbling along in a hamster wheel.
$75 Pro embargo must have dropped.
Oh, God, dude.
Trop B182 I'll take a
I need to go
look-see
blow my
for it
nose.
because on my 75mm Cinehoop with a thumb pro on it I can't get it tuned right. Bunch of Meteor vids out. Boner FPV, how many HRS does it take? I would say at least 24. Wow, just tried to connect my Mob 6 and Beta Flight doesn't even recognize it. Maybe time for a complete reflash.
If
To
you're going to
make math.
reflash, try Quicksilver on it. Just try it and see how it is. It installs through your browser. You don't need to download anything. No configurator or anything like that.
Try more term because washout can be from loss of authority on the rear motors, or it can be from a term windup due to sustained PID error.
Oh no. Kind of sucks having that tree right there. Having that branch right there.
Would Mob 7 be a good bind and fly?
The Mob
Brandon
7
Beans, what do I
is,
change
yeah,
if my quad
it's a good
flutters
bind
at
and
full
fly.
battery?
As
If
far
that
as like
doesn't
any other
help
bind
with
and flies
more
out
kids,
there,
then try moving battery weight forward. The 75V3 frame sucks for airflow. Just realized I'm 10 minutes late.
if you don't want to,
Annoying thing is happens just flying straight. Brandon Beans, it's when I'm lie a foot off the ground it shakes real bad. Late 5 minutes I mean.
if you don't want to wait on ordering a Fractal 75, I would just get a Mob 7. Fractal 75, like I've said before, probably one of the better bind and flies, or best bind and fly you can get out there.
Lower tracking
Quality,
bundle fly.
control wise, and all that. Parts wise, all that. I mean, it's a nice, really nice frame. Very, very.
Ty Brandon.
I wish she would say thank you. She says all these other weird things if you just type an abbreviation. She doesn't do TY though. She says Ty Brandon instead. But yeah, the Fractal frame, extreme robustness. It's very, very robust.
Thanks,
you can
heads.
beat the hell out of it. The components it comes with are nice. Same ones that Happy Model uses in the majority of their builds. But you get the quality control testing from Fractal, not from Happy Model, which is nice.
Nick did a shout out to Infinity Loop's channel.
Oh, for real?
Are you going to convert the current if Discord? Also, why are you splitting from We Bleed?
Well, for a few reasons. I don't know that I'll ever get to that, but for a few reasons. But mainly because I think eventually we're going to be doing a lot of other stuff within our server, and I'd like to have a little more room and control to add other rooms and things like that, and I don't want to keep having all the crossover stuff. It's kind of some of it's a little spammy some days. Like random people will come in and drop random links to shit, and I don't really like that. That kind of sucks. I don't mind if you guys are posting links for your own stuff. That's always cool. But when there's people that just like don't talk ever in our Discord, they just use it to advertise shit. That I don't like that. I don't like that. So I would like a little more control over things instead of having like our server's just right there for anybody that's in a WeBleed server.
A friendly reminder: this bright sunny day, hit that like button. This has been a public service announcement brought to you by Robot Lady.
Very nice. All right. Well, since Nick did a shout out, we'll stop now and we'll go watch it real quick, and then we'll pop back on. How long we've been flying? We're coming up on almost an hour of flying. God, dude, my thumbs are chewed up from flying last night because I did not stop. I flew a ton last night in Grand Theft Auto. It was a lot of fun though. Really enjoy the Grand Theft Auto mod if you haven't tried it yet.
Heads, I fixed the floating palm trees branch behind the blue triangles is moved. Map is official now.
My man. Thank you, dude. Alright, let's see what Mr. Burns has to tell us in a 20-minute video. You know I have the mind of a zoomer. I can't watch 20 minutes of a video. But we'll give it
the Beta FPV
we'll give it
Meteor
the old college try.
75 Pro.
Wow. Jesus, Nick. God damn. He is shredding,
really
dude.
Fast.
He doesn't make it look very fast. He is flying very fast. He's not making it look. Jesus, dude, that thing is ripping. God damn.
Wang. I do have the Walk Snail edition, but that will be a separate video. And there's one point about that Walk Snail edition that I'll hint to here, but we'll discuss more when
I'm going to blow my nose while I'm...
The flight controller is the F4 1S 5-amp all-in-one flight controller, which does have two different versions.
Boner,
the one I
what
have
is
here
the average design
is, of course,
time?
Express LRS, but there's also an FR Sky version, but it's SPI. Got
Boner
1102
FPV,
22,000 kV motor, and on those motors are 45mm props. The FPV camera is Beta FPV's own C03, and the VTX is Beta FPV's M03, which... the specs say go up to 350 milliwatts, but the VTX tables on this one says up to 400. I trust the specs on the website. I think the VTX tables is off. Of course, it comes with the Beta FPV BT20 connector. If you're not much for the white canopy, they have other colors you can purchase. It does come with an extra set of props, some motor mounting screws, and a little tiny screwdriver. Also in the kit, we get the accessories that makes it look kind of like an old knight's helmet on the top where those slots are, a battery.
I'm just going to throw this out there. That was a bad idea. I don't know who pitched the idea to make the helmet or the canopy have all this extra crap you can put on it, but it was a bad idea. That's a waste of money and material, in my opinion. It's adding a whole bunch of weight for no reason to something that you want light.
A charger checker.
Just my opinion.
That is run via USB-C.
I'm sure it's a hot take, though.
These mounts for the camera, I think, are different angles. As you can see with mine, I believe that's the highest angle that it can go, at least without getting the canopy in view. And of course, with the USB charger, you gotta have a USB cable. And of course, it comes with the obligatory card for support and other information. It weighs just about 31 grams.
You know what I didn't hear?
Battery is a new 550 milliamp 1S battery.
You know what I didn't hear,
They saw that stargazer and couldn't help themselves.
It didn't come with
stickers.
I didn't see any. Did you guys see any? What a jip.
I believe Beta FPV might be one of the few that has these, but hopefully you can find other vendors as well. And with that battery, it brings our flying weight up to just, well, it's 45 grams. Motor post to motor post, I'm getting pretty close to 82.
Wait, what was the dry weight?
Hopefully you can find other
30. Jesus, almost 31 grams. Wow.
vendors as well.
I wonder if it's worth it for that
brings
motor.
our flying weight up to just, well, it's 45 grams. Motor post to motor post, I'm getting pretty close to 82 millimeters. This is compared to the Meteor 65 Pro, which is running 35 millimeter props, but still measures 65 millimeters motor. Apparently,
Beta FPV sent me one of those, the 65. I don't think they're ever going to send me a 75 after the one that I bought, and it sucked.
When will Nick pop into chat?
Randomly. He pops in sometimes in the morning. He pops in sometimes in the night streams, but he just randomly pops in and out. He's a very busy man. But I'm pretty sure they sent me one of the 65s. I just haven't gotten it yet.
Post to motor post. And next to the Mo Beetle in a different frame, which is a traditional 65 millimeter, 31 millimeter propped hoop. And last but not least, we've got a Mobulus 7 65 millimeter.
BonerFPV, it's all good. I purposely crash into it from time to time. LMAO.
Oh, he puts his battery across the top.
31 millimeter propped hoop. And last but not least, we've got a Mobulus 7. And you can see the size difference. It's kind of substantial, and it sticks in my mind when I'm flying too. So you've already seen some of the inside flight. That was my speed run. That's not how I fly all my different flights. That's kind of a way I.
He really does, yeah. Yeah, he'll just pop up eventually, and he'll be like, you know what?
It's not my first day on the internet. I can test durability because I crash a lot, and it's also a way I can test myself, push my own skills to fly faster. Faster because, well, that's kind of the flight style that I like. I lack a little bit of that creativity when it comes to doing tricks and seeing opportunities for doing tricks. If you want to see somebody fly their own build that's running 45 millimeter props, I suggest heading over to the Infinity Loops channel. Heads did a 45 millimeter prop build, and he is quite a freestyler. So if that's the sort of flight you want to look for, that's the place to go. I am running 200 milliwatt on the VTX on this because I found as you get near the bottom of the battery.
Thank you for the shout out, Nick. Appreciate it.
That apparently the 5-volt rail or the VTX and its demands at 400 milliwatts, you start to get really severe.
LOL.
Every time. What? Who tells you that we're watching your videos? How does this happen? Every time.
Breakup. It's not unflyable, but it's definitely noticeable. I found that I moved it down to 200 milliwatts, and then that would essentially go way through the bottom of the battery. And you'll note that as we get deeper into this flight, that I have adjusted the battery warnings. I adjusted my min value way down so that when I come in, I can disarm and land, and the battery recover to 3.5 volts on average.
We need to peer pressure
so
Nick
sometimes
to
I would come in a little bit late, and then I'd have to change my timing. But I think in this flight, we're going to see that the battery actually comes in.
I still think
it's not my first day on the internet.
I still think this right here is such a saucy little spot to do a quick little snappy split S over this. over the treadmill just to throw people off one day. Come hauling ass down your steps like you do,
I don't
and
know
then
what power you
take
have
that
took
turn.
the day off work to fix a bed and working on the giveaway docs. I see you live, and when I get here my VID is on. Wow.
I don't know how it keeps happening, but it does. But come down the steps and then just fire into across the room, spin inverted, and then split S underneath the treadmill top and go back through that back room through the door, like kind of reverse the way, like you're doing here.
Volts. And that's what I usually try to do on this channel.
Completely blow people's
not
mind.
Just the flight time, but so that those people that run the same way.
They're so used to seeing you go underneath it, just snapping over the top and then shooting back the other direction.
Flight style, we all have our own different flight style and flight spaces. So that
also, if you didn't hear me before you came in, Nick, thank you for the shout out. Appreciate it.
Helps. I think. Bring additional consistency to the channel. You can see we're about 1:47 in, and our battery does dip down below 3.5 volts from time to time. I think this is going to be the one
I can work on that. I don't know if I have tried that before.
Yeah, right there.
Nick Burns needs a custom frame called the Wadong SKRCH style.
Yeah, he does.
Grundle fly howdy ho.
Right here.
Do you guys think these in between 35 and 45 millimeters?
So right here, you can start it,
become the standard.
but you would fly and just
Nick
pop
Burns is the
inverted right around here, throttle up towards your ceiling, go inverted, and start to cut that curve, and then shoot back underneath through the treadmill down here, and shoot back up the steps, or even through the back room and run the track backwards. Really mess with them.
Nick Burns is the dad I was.
That'd be sick. Hell yeah.
Whoop, that is, that people will want that primarily fly outside in really small spaces, or they have a larger indoor space. I actually thought the Meteor 65 Pro, so 65 millimeter still, but 35 millimeter props, had a better PID tune on it, and it had a little bit more of a quick response, which for my flight style fit fairly well. The PID tune on this isn't bad by any stretch, especially when you see
it looks really tight
with the rolls and the flips that I do to kind of show that PID tune on whether it's got any bounce back or it's loose. It just felt a little bit like it wasn't tracking quite as well as the Meteor 65 Pro.
Do you think it wasn't tracking as well because of the weight of those motors? I found that with the larger motors on those 40 millimeter props, I was getting kind of like issues with that where it felt like it was tracking kind of funny. We were just talking about that.
But that's just me. It could be getting used to a new size as well. I fly a lot of 75 millimeter, 40 millimeter prop quads in the house, so maybe that's just the difference in going up to this size. Of course, I don't think if you have a small
that's not bad flight time,
going to be very
considering
viable,
the way you're flying.
If you have a good-sized indoor space, certainly, an indoor space such as an office or a warehouse or something along those lines, it'll fly and you'll have a lot of fun, hopefully. And I found that through all my indoor testing that, yeah, it can take some abuse. At least in my case, I found
that first shot was
probably
pretty good.
through my 40 or so indoor flights. I only had 2 outdoor flights. My weather has been grossly bad, and you'll see a little bit of that in a moment here. But the flight has ended. You can see as we go back to the home screen, 3.64, 3.65 volts.
Yet I don't believe I say that, but overall weight motors is likely making it feel like it doesn't T-track as well.
Okay.
3 minutes and 19 seconds. I will say that in
I was hoping it wasn't just me.
Flights that I was thinking about using.
Because when I tried out those 1002s on 40 mil props,
past 2 days and it's still
I felt like every now and then I would it felt like it was tracking a little funny compared to 0802s. And so I'm curious about, I was curious about the larger motors on the larger props, if that was going to be an issue. If you haven't tried 1002s with 45 millimeter props yet, those are really good. I like that a lot.
That I got a flight time of 3 minutes and 45 seconds indoors. So the flight time is going to vary.
What's up with you?
Here we jump into the outdoor space.
Enjoy your break.
Very overcast. I guess you could say 100% overcast. You
can see the pool sky looks like outside of my house now.
We've had rain for days, either in part of the day. But I was getting kind of desperate to go outside and fly. It was actually reasonable as far as the wind goes. It wasn't howling like it has been. We had winds. There is some wind. Weatherman says 10 miles an hour. Of course, in town, behind the trees and the fence, you don't get the full force of 10 miles an hour. But if you see some wobbles or some shakes or you hear some noises, you could probably hear the wind on my audio camera that's sitting on the table. we have to account for that in the flight as well. It wasn't bad, but there's a section along the fence run that kind of blew me.
Guy, I know you're not in the States. I have a set of new 1003 from Racine Power, not sure what I am going to put them on, generally not a fan of X03 motors.
I got those too. So far I've flown them on, I don't know if that guy, I think it's Mountain Micro or MTN Micro. I don't know if he's contacted you before, but I tried out his, I think it was a 2-inch frame a while ago, and I tried that with 1002s and I liked it a lot. And then he sent me his 2.5 and his 3-inch frame. I tried the 1002 or 1003s.
65 millimeters bib blades.
I tried the 1003s with 65 millimeter, right? Like Athix is saying, with the 65 millimeter bi blades, 1S on the 2.5-inch frame, and so I like it so far. I like it a lot. I need to work on the tune some. But then the other thing is, Fat Pastor sent me one of these 95X frames because he said he didn't know what he wanted to do with it. And I figure I might as well try. Maybe I'll try that on those motors on this as well. Maybe. We'll see. I got it here to try though, so.
Towards the fence, and
Might
you
as
kind of
well.
see me make a correction for that. But flying it outside, I'm actually kind of flying a little bit.
Just about as good as I sound, buddy. How you doing?
Cautiously, because we've got all this water laying around. But I've been flying this and the walk snail version inside for over a week. And I was like, man, when is the weatherman going to cooperate? I've had some problems getting some other things outside to fly as well.
That is a good thought.
So I thought I'd take a shot and risk it. I'd say that I was flying cautiously, mainly because I certainly have the idea that the grass is all wet. I've got pool cover water. There's got to be other puddles sitting out in the yard.
Yeah, there's just nothing
places,
but,
especially underneath the canopy.
nothing but threats of water underneath you right now everywhere you fly.
I'm certainly not going all out, but I was desperate to go outside, and it doesn't look like the weather's going to be improving much, at least in the 10-day forecast I looked at just this morning. Didn't look to be improving all that much in the next 5 to 6 days. Of course, you know, weather can always change, and they can definitely be wrong. This particular day, it was supposed to be 70 degrees, but
I would rather have 1003 over 1102 like the HX100.
Yeah, I'd probably agree with you on that.
That happened. 55, I believe, was the high. But of course, outside flight is going to be more important for this one because it's bigger. Some people have asked for the Meteor 65 Pro outside flight. I haven't gotten to that yet. I had a short amount of time in this little time gap to do this one, so I did. We have a little bit of a mixed flight between using the larger space as well as just kind of using some smaller spaces, doing some close proximity. This kind of simulates when I used to have that playground. You remember that? The longtime viewers will remember the playground or the swing set that used to sit out there, and I used to swing, zooming in and out of that from time to time on these quads about this size. It was a lot of fun, and I do miss it myself. Mom and I, or my wife and I, have been talking about
I was working on a hoop yesterday with 5-inch props. It's a legit Cine lifter.
Project out in that area to kind of enhance the livable area, so we'll see how that comes along. I just don't think it'll be this year. I think we've got project fatigue.
Probably, man. You guys did a lot of work back there, though. It looks good.
Again, I've got the camera angle at the highest mount point. It is not adjustable as far as being on a screw. You have to take the canopy apart. You've got to unscrew the mount for the camera. You've got to take your new or lower angled camera mount, slide the camera down into that, screw it back up into the canopy, and then screw the canopy down back to the frame.
Can I just say that whole canopy, in my opinion, is really bad. I don't.
Got to keep up with
I'm trying to think of a redeeming factor about it, but it's heavy. It has a whole bunch of extra baloney you can add to the top, which means nothing except more weight. It has a weird way to change the camera mount.
Video.
I don't know. I don't like it very much. I usually avoid that canopy when I can.
In order to be able to change the camera angle, which is kind of a bummer. I certainly am an advocate of adjustable camera angle because I think it's so critically important. Everybody has different desires, different needs. If you want to fly a little bit slower and just cruise and explore, you want a lower camera angle. If you want to really go all out and go plaid, as I like to say,
hello, what are you going
you need a higher camera angle. You're not going to get much higher.
So, yeah, taking a hit is fine.
Thank you.
But so did the last Beta FPV canopy they had, and it was significantly lighter than this one. So I'm not sure what the point was of this one, minus adding all the weird Knight's helmet stuff on it. The old one was really good. You know, they had the potato chip one that was awful, and then they had the remake of that one that was made out of a different material, and that one was really good. And then I don't know. I feel like they dropped the ball on this one. It's not very good.
Other than that, I agree it's a rubbish canopy.
I showed it in the quick specs, but I think if you get much higher, you're going to see much more of the canopy in the camera, at least in the analog version. The Walksnail version does have a screw in its canopy, so a screw mount for its camera, so you can adjust that one to your heart's desire within.
Yeah, the canopy ISNT for function seems to be about aesthetics.
Yeah. Are there a lot of... I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of like racers and stuff that use Beta FPV stuff too that would maybe benefit from them doing a canopy more centered around that. They're doing ultralight flight controllers. It's weird to have...
I haven't been a fan of Beta VTX and cams.
It's
Nick
weird to
Burns
have...
for a friend he is trying to get into cinema work in Los Angeles.
Oh, wow. Good luck, man. I bet that's a tough market in LA.
Are they carving the canopies up?
I don't know that they're using the canopies. What I mean is I think they would benefit from Beta FPV spending some time making one.
Today that is lighter and has adjustable angle.
There you go. That's perfect. Yeah, that's what I mean is like if you're going to make an ultralight flight controller that a lot of racers like, why make a super heavy canopy to go with it? Why not just make both things light and durable? And just make sure that canopy is nice and robust. You know what I mean?
Very robust.
Thank you, Nick.
The housing of the canopy will allow. Okay, we're going to come in here in just a second. I'm going to actually end up crashing, but because I only had two 550 mil.
That was such a satisfying sound. One more time.
But their flight controller
I'm
is
going to actually
garbage,
end up crashing, but because I only had two 550 milliamp batteries that I could use on each one of these quads, I had to kind of cut it.
I don't disagree that their flight controllers are bad. I've had nothing but bad luck with them, but I do know a lot of racers use them.
Wouldn't he surprise
So I'll
me
give
if
it- I'll give him
was
that.
Banggood's subsidiary?
There you
Wouldn't
see our
surprise me
batteries
either.
bouncing back up at 3.6
Fun
volts. We
fact,
got
that's
3 minutes and
totally true.
46 seconds, which is actually
Canopies
longer
used to
than
be
we
made
did
out of
inside.
eggshells
So
from robin eggs.
Yeah, when I started flying whoops, that's what they were. Yeah, they were the potato chip ones. They were awful. If you looked at them wrong, they would crumble and your camera would break.
that gives you an idea of flight time. I'm gonna keep myself over on the right hand side over here, because over here I want to play one. When you see the VTX breakup that is different, you might have to go back and reference my initial flight that I did in this video. Of course, that was on 200 milliwatts, but what I want to show you is when you're running 400 milliwatts and you get down towards the bottom of the battery where I was actively flying, that the breakup becomes much more severe. And that actually is going to come to play a role in the Walksnail version as well. If you're interested in the Walksnail version, I'll link it down.
Packing tape or welder to keep all the pieces together.
Yep.
I'm a racer, bought 3 Beta FCS for the Dayton Museum race and 2 died after one race, the other I didn't even get to a race.
Ugh.
I'm surprised Beta is still a thing to a degree.
Yeah.
They need to get the plastic that Traxxas uses for their RCS almost indestructible. LOL, I remember the welder coat.
Yeah, I used to do it on the inside with rubber cement. Take the brush on kind, and I would brush it on the inside of the canopy so you couldn't see it. And then I'd put the canopy on, like a fresh canopy, and I'd be covering the inside of it with glue so that if I smashed it into pieces, which would likely happen on the first crash, it would stay together somewhat.
In the video description below, especially with this one, but the
Those
video
things were
for
garbage.
that one's probably going to come out a few days after this one. I would caution you at the very least to wait for that video. I think that there's an important detail about how you're going to be able to fly that, how aggressively you're going to be able to fly that. Hopefully I'm showing that VTX
Conformal
issue that I
canopy
found
coating.
when running
Brandon
1S
Beans,
and
thanks for the
actually
tracking
flying
advice.
the battery
Flies better,
down
but
below
still not right
3.5
time to learn a
volts. So
new
if you
skill,
want
I guess.
maximum range, you're going to have to back off your flight time and keep your battery above, say, 3.4, 3.44 volts.
I have
in order to
tile
be
and
able to fully
hardwood
power
floors.
that
I keep
VTX
breaking
and
Mob
get the
6
400
canopies.
milliwatts out of it without a bunch of extra.
Yeah, Mob 6 canopies aren't
I mentioned it already.
aren't
but
that
there's,
much better
no
in the long run. I'd almost, minus the adjustability factor, I'd almost take the old Beta FPV one over the Mob 6, but the Mob 6 has a really easily adjustable canopy, which I do like. And I'm pretty sure it's lighter. I could be wrong. It's been a while since I've flown the Beta FPV one.
Is it a V3-frame Brundle fly?
Camera
I tend to avoid it.
One. You can see there for my canopy, the actual outer ring is kind of right up against the edge of the canopy up there.
Oh, yeah.
You can see the mount right there. So I already described it. Unscrew these 3 points, and the canopy's holding well. No jiggle or bobble. Of course, it was a full overcast day, not full sun, so that would be another thing I would like to test, but it's not going to happen at least for a week, just because it doesn't look like we're going to have flyable, or at least whoop flyable, outdoor fly time over the course of the next 5
I don't use
days.
canopies. I prefer the cam between the ducks.
These days, if I can get away with putting the camera between the ducks, yeah, I agree.
Quad giveaway video will be up tomorrow BTW.
Oh, there you go.
Morning incels.
You heard it here first.
Dang it, Brundle, it's a toothpick.
Mr. Bones.
Better at creating a
What's
canopy
up, brother?
that has just 3 screw mount points.
Can it
Now,
lock?
one thing I would caution you about is you can see the antennas out here. I didn't have any problems, and it's probably because the antenna is kind of right up against the crotch of the canopy here. But maybe you kind of have a choice to make. You might want to take some E6000 and dab it around the UFL. Now, if you get something that tugs on this, that could mean that the UFL connector on that VTX, that M03 VTX, gets pulled off. I haven't had any troubles using non-hardening sorts of glue like welders or E6000 on my UFLs. But
Morning,
that varies. I've seen a lot of reports
Brandon
of people
Beans
pulling
don't know
UFLs
about
off.
log
I'm not
toothpick
quite certain how
presets
that
make
happens
fly
'cause
away.
I've never experienced that.
Brundle
So I throw
fly
that out there as
those
a word of
13mm
caution.
6350 kV are spicy on
something else that
threes.
you need to contend to.
VTX
I had a
getting
lot
on
of
stock
crashes.
BF
Also,
tune.
hopefully I'm done and I'm playing my dive testing video right over here. That's another thing that people like to see when it comes to whoops is dive testing.
Oh, okay.
So I spent one
Got
battery,
5K
again, a
KV.
550 milliamp
Any of
Beta
you guys
FPV
use this
battery because it's the only
E6000
550
stuff?
Yes, I do. On all types of things. When I break a whoop frame, like get a crack in it, I use E6000. When I need to mount a camera and a canopy, yeah, E6000 welder, same. I mean, I think it's 6 one way, half a dozen the other. I've used both, but yeah, they both work well.
BWNZ almost daily.
For all types of things. Yeah, I glue all types of stuff together with E6000. I like
What is it kind of similar to this E6000 stuff?
it's pretty
bump
similar
up the
to
page
welder's
a
glue
little.
on
Good for 3D prints too.
on Amazon. You can get 2 packs of it,
E6000
I think.
keep my frames going for months.
Oh yeah, E6000 is good stuff.
Shop goo.
Shugu, I think, is the other name. Shugu as well, which if you used to skate, you probably know what Shugu is.
Shoe goo. I like foam tack for stuff that needs to come
Yeah,
apart
it's also
again.
good for 3D prints as well.
Isn't
That
E6000 heavy though? Super glue lighter.
the pineapple
Like
that I
JB
made
Weld.
is
it's log, it's big,
is glued
it's
together
heavy,
with
it's
E6000.
wood, it's log, it's better than bad, it's good. I use E6000 to hold my air units down. Oh, okay, never mind. I see. I'll try some.
The difference.
Thanks to Nick Burns for the E6000 recommendation.
Jake, the difference between super glue and E6000 is E6000 when it dries, it's kind of it has a little bit of play to it. Super glue when it dries, it like it's like rock solid basically, isn't it?
Brandon Beans, well, that S stuck in my
You can
head
also
now.
peel E6000 off pretty
Used
easily.
to use shoe goo on my baseball shoes on my right foot. Drug that foot on pitch delivery.
There you go.
Thought it was big. It's hard.
But
It's
they're
wood.
not BT20. They're PH20, so I couldn't use those. I
Shoe
did,
goo
I don't
is
know,
harder
6,
and
8
heavier.
guys, whatever. You can see them up there, and my recollection was there was 2 of them that kind of did the yaw washout. And if you're not familiar with the yaw washout, so you're coming down for a dive, and then at some point it pitches up and usually yaws around one way or another. And
Sounds
it does
better
that
than liquid tape,
not
which is
on
hard
command,
to pick
so
off.
you're not in control of that.
Big heavy wood can confirm.
I've been through it so many times that
LO.
Yeah, liquid
really
tape is
recover from
is
that, but
pretty
it
hard
can
to
be
get off
shocking
sometimes.
if you haven't experienced it before. That
That
you're
gets
just
in all the
diving
nooks and
along down,
crannies.
and depending upon how far your
Bro.
dive is, you may find it goes whoop whoop right around, and you're like, whoa, what happened? You know, and then you've got to make.
Everybody
corrections on
knows the old
mistakes.
whoop whoop.
You
A
can
question that
eat
comes up
E6000
Is that a good sound
to
clip?
You're like, whoa,
remove.
what happened? Upon how far your
Flex
dive
T.
is, you may find it goes
Top
whoop,
of the
whoop,
morning wood to
right
you.
around, and you're like, whoa,
That
what
might be-
happened? On how far your dive is,
LO
you
pop
may
it.
find it goes whoop whoop right around.
Might have
Hope
to grab
there's
that
no
whoop whoop
audio
later.
on these And then you've got to make corrections.
That's a good sound of the police.
A question that comes up often, though there's no audio on these quads, I use a secondary camera. I'm actually using it to film right now.
Flying
and I set
bots,
it on the table,
my pleasure.
and I record the audio, and then I bring the audio as well as the DVR into the flight footage. That's how I get that. So don't be confused. Okay, let's talk about batteries a little bit. So the Beta FPV 550s are the recommended battery.
Sound of the robust and beefy.
Sound of the robust and beefy.
Your neighbor's
Very
dog.
robust.
Very robust.
From
Beefy and thick. Yeah, it's what you saw on these flights. The 450s fit fine. The tiny Whoop 450s fit fine as well, and I actually found that they held their voltage better than the 450s, something to be considered there, even though these batteries, I think, are just a touch more in weight because of the larger connector,
the sound bites
or the
keep
larger
on
plastic
coming.
end on here for this tiny Whoop battery. I also have some WeBleed FPV batteries, but they are thinner batteries, and I found on crashes that I would get ejections from time to time, but I'll show you how they all fit. Again, it fits pretty snug, but when you've got something this size and you're carrying that much speed and inertia with its weight, what was it, 45 grams I think it was all at flight weight, and you have a crash, because I would route the Beta or the WeBleed FPV batteries this away, and then I would connect, and I fly forward mostly, and then the battery would shoot out and it would disconnect. So I had that happen a couple times. So while I did use these and they're really high quality batteries, in this particular case,
75 Pro?
Yes.
You might want to look at
Just
WeBleed
got
FPV
her.
site and see if they have a stick battery like this rather than an extension. I don't have those. The Tiny Whoop batteries do fit as well, and they're shorter, which means your weight distribution might be a bit off. Oh, something else. So when you see down here how this lead comes over here.
Good
so
morning,
I've got some
Mike.
twists in there, and I created those twists in the battery lead so that when I plug it in, this battery
Heads,
lead
could you
doesn't
let
get
me
up.
know before 7 p.m. Eastern time if we will have that practice session, because if not I was gonna go to the store for the Korean snacks to send. Got a yellow frame from Weba Eat on the way.
Yeah, do you want to do it tonight?
Ibex.
We can fly tonight. I'll be around. Yeah, whenever you're ready. Just let me know. I'm down. I'll be available like my normal stream times tonight, like between like 8:30 and 9 Eastern. But I'll be with my son and my wife before then for a little bit.
Thanks again, Nick Burns, for everything you do.
But
I'm
just
still
DM me.
using parts
Let me know,
that I
dude.
scored from
I'm
you
in.
and am grateful every time I see something I built that has a part of your in it. Was it windy that day, Nick Burns?
I believe he
Okay,
did say,
sounds good.
Poodle Hog, I believe he did say in the video at some point, yeah, that it was a bit windy.
Mike,
maybe like
if you watched that music video.
10 mile an hour or something, I think he
battery
said.
lead to get your battery connected, then sometimes it can end
Enough,
up right in
enough
the prop
wind to
line,
notice, I'm sure.
Just
oh,
enough.
Nick, how did you like those tri-blades? I don't have the tri-blades on a build yet. I only have the bi-blades that I've used so far. I got the 1mm and the 1.5mm shaft bi-blades.
Probably not.
Which I've used both.
Brandon Beans tried dialing that master multiplier down to 0.5
but I haven't tried
and
the
still
tri-blades
got the
yet.
wibbly wobblies, lol.
I'm curious about those.
Poodlehawk FPV, yes,
so
10 miles per hour.
Did they feel real bitey?
Actually chop the wire from time to time.
Real
so
grippy?
In order to keep that from happening, I just put a couple of turns to shorten this cable out so it wouldn't have the reach up into the prop area. The Tiny Whoop battery, good battery, and it works and fits. Of course, the Beta FPV 450 is going to
My
fit
Solid
as well.
20 is coming in the mail today. Thanks, Nick.
Well,
I ordered it after watching your video.
I'm not trying them all. 550s are the same size as the 450s. Let's go ahead and measure these 550s just so you get an idea. So 16 millimeters wide, let's say, and 6.5 millimeters tall.
Have you tried changing thrust linear to see if it helps with the wobbles?
Over 68.5 millimeters front to back. So something else that I tried to do, because again I have two of these, there's a little
it's hard
bit
to
of
say
space
as I have
that
only flown the
looks
tries.
like,
I was surprised they weren't more noisy. I do think they all you to make super sharp, quick move.
I did try to shove these down.
Yeah, I was surprised too. I didn't realize you were flying the
but I couldn't get them
tri-blades on it.
This might
I wasn't even paying attention to the prop count
of how far you can push the props down. And for those that don't know, I like to have the props touching the motor bell because that decreases on impact that you'll bend a motor shaft. Of course, these are 1.5 millimeter motor shafts, so I would hope that we bend a prop before we bend a shaft. And again, I had a lot of crashes inside, and I had that one minor crash outside. No
stickers.
issues. You can see I've got a nick in this prop.
BWNZ, I will give it a shot by this point. If you told me
that's one thing that we were pointing out.
I would give it a try. LOL.
Nick, is there is a surprising lack.
Too low when it's that low. Turn up damping till it's tighter, but stop if the sound changes to more noise. Repeat then with tracking slider.
Stickers.
Nick, get M bells deep.
Nick does rock the props bells deep.
But I didn't fly it outside that much just because our weather was.
Kiz Bartlett, honestly, I don't think that will work, but it's a desperation idea.
You to look at the Meteor 65
Hey
Pro.
mofos, just getting
smaller,
up on my day off. It's a wake and bake day.
Friendly.
Hey,
Still
bit of root.
does not have an adjustable camera angle. With
Happy Friday to you, brother.
Change out the mounts in order to get different camera angles. The components outside of the motors, props, and frames are all about the same, or they are exactly the same. I think for me in my flight style, this is going to be something that I keep around versus this would be. It's not bad. I think it's just specific enough that you have a particular outdoor space that you're going to fly with this. But if you've got the skills and the flight space inside, it's a load of fun. It flies well.
Mike.
It just, in my opinion, as far as just flight, not measuring flight time or any speed or anything like that, the 65 just feels better in the air. So I will link this review video down in the video description.
Where is your arch nemesis Sour
links
Root?
to this one as well.
Yet I noticed that as well they do have or had a host of pretty cool stickers and keychains. Nowadays we get neither just a heavier than needed canopy. Brandon Beans,
they wasted all that plastic from the keychains on the canopy.
After work and keep trying.
You're looking more outdoor here, and you're probably looking more indoor here, due to the size, the power, how you know. Manageable it is. Throttle management inside could be a challenge when it comes to whoops. So yeah, I think it's a lot of fun. For me, it's not my favorite over the 65 with 35mm props. This is I've actually got a build of one, not quite together over here. I want to make a lighter one, see if I can go even more plaid. Again, the walk snail version, I think it's going to be important that you see that. I tried to talk about this one a little bit in this video. It's really not fair because I don't think you're looking at the analog if you've got walk snail, but maybe. So
is that walk? No, the walk snail's not on a different frame.
We'll get to this as soon as I can. I've got most of the flights taken care of. I think I need to review the flight footage yet.
But it can look like
sometimes
a little
I have flight audio
necessary.
issues, so then I have to go back and redo things. We'll see how that goes. I've got a bunch of flights on this.
Yeah, that's what we were really looking for in our canopies, was more weight, so that it could look like a knight. Because you can see that when you're flying.
Do you guys follow the guy on Insta who paints all his canopies and frames? Looks like he is into painting models and applied it to his whoops and stuff.
I've seen a couple people that do that. That do really nice builds.
I have only 2 FPV keychains. My official TW.
I don't want to hit this too hard. I just think if you're looking at this, don't get sucked in by the hype of something new and the props. I'm not saying this isn't fun or it isn't no good. But
couldn't agree with you more on that. Don't get sucked in on the hype because it's
something, because maybe
a
something
new
you saw on
size.
this video or another video, or you saw some marketing materials online. You need to have the right sort of space. So I don't think you want to have a big outdoor space, nor do I think you want to have a small indoor space in order to fly this. But if you've got the skills like Heads over at Infinity Loops or OG or Rab or...
I am fully sucked in.
Don't give OG that much credit.
or Tyrant, or geez, there's so many outstanding Whoop pilots out there that
yes, and with IGAO 4 starting, we're going to see more of them.
Champions and are now IGAO team pilots and Tiny Whoop team pilots. I'm sure they can all manage this inside just about any space and pull off some mind-bending tricks. But for me, and possibly
when are the
you,
goggle straps gonna be ready?
Goggle straps are being printed.
Get another keychain.
Right now, as we speak. They're at the printers.
Who is OG? Never heard of him.
The printers are in the U.S.
I'm not
though,
getting that quad until
so
they make
won't
a
take very long.
That can fit the ducks.
And then, I've already talked to Eve about fitting a fractal base with these ducts.
Slow G, am I right?
Slow G, that's right.
Large indoor space and maybe smaller outdoor space, maybe. But it's all here for you to look at. You get to choose. Again, I'll have links to this one,
Doctor, the Corter,
and
if
the
you
Walk Snail version,
Who is Slow
and
G?
the Meteor 65 Pro version. Down in the video description, you can choose whichever one you want, if you want any of them.
I guess you can fit it right now, but you maybe have to cut the ducks a little bit.
In the comments section below. I appreciate your time. And thanks for watching.
I appreciate your time, Nick. Thank you. I appreciate your opinion on that as well. I'm probably gonna
LMAO.
just stick to building my own on that one, at least for the 75 Pro, whatever you want to call it. Even though it's an is it an 80 millimeter, right? It's an 80 millimeter. We'll call it an 80 millimeter since that's technically what it is. There's nothing 75 about it. I did talk. Speaking of
telemetry Crocheed.
The Croctor,
I got 82 millimeters.
I did talk to the Croctor yesterday quite a bit. We were talking in FaceTime about doing some iGal stuff. We will be participating in the judging again this season, as well as we're going to get some announcement videos. I think we're going to be responsible for, like actually the actual announcement videos, not our tip videos like we did last season. Although I'll probably still try to do those.
I'm going to have to get a new strap. So judgmental.
The new straps, yeah, the new straps will be done probably by next month, mid next month, I'm going to assume. Once they leave the printers, they go right over to Fat Strap to be assembled. And the assembly usually doesn't take that long. We're doing a really small first order just to get some pictures together and some, so you guys can do pre-order. So that way we can have like an actual number of how many people want one this time. So
I'll take mine now, thanks.
So nobody will get boned out of getting one this time like last time. Eve went through and double checked the website to make sure he's all beefed up there, and he said it should be able to survive another drop if we do one. Even though it'll be a pre-order, so you'll be able to you'll know for sure you're going to be able to get one.
Can we please stay up till 3 a.m. to get boned?
No, I don't want to do that ever again. That sucked so bad.
Please not crash the site.
Yeah, no, not this time. I think this time we'll be okay. Eve has taken some precautions this time.
I'm still on antidepressants over the last strap.
I'm sorry.
I'm on a giveaway winning stake. I entered your recent one, Nick Burns. When are you going to let me know that I won?
But yeah, anyways, I was talking to OG. It sounds like he's going to be involved with iGal. He says he wants to. So it sounds like he'll be involved with iGal as well as doing some other meme stuff again.
Drop the pre-order at 5 a.m. so site don't crash, lol. Is the design gonna be shown when they drop or before?
Before. You'll be able to see. That's why I wanted to get some made, so you guys can actually see what it looks like before you pre-order one. I don't want to do. I wouldn't do that to you guys. That's jacked up to have you pre-order something you can't see. No, I wanted to get some made. Eve and I both wanted to get some made so that you guys can see what they look like and then pre-order. Although I think once you see what they look like, even if you don't want one, once you see what they look like, you're gonna be like, I kind of want one. I'm just saying. This one compared to the last one is pretty crazy, in my opinion. It's about as crazy as you can get a head strap.
Song to be stuck in your head again. I woke up at the right time, was able to get a strap. Hoorah!
Hoorah! Good on you. You are one of like 25 people that got one of the first ones.
I already want one. The PTSD comment made me row flow. Are you using the official version of the map? I think not, by seeing the name of the map.
Oh no, I'm not. My bad. I didn't even leave out of this yet. I left it open the whole time we were watching the video. So I haven't even, yeah, my bad. We should just be able to switch right to it though, right?
I got one of 5 Orca straps.
There's no more restarting? Right? Right, Ashley? Right? Please? Maybe? Let's see. No, it would appear not. I guess we do need to do a restart. Boo hiss.
I think a restart is still needed. Hello friends.
All right, we'll restart.
Howdy.
I gotcha. Oh, howdy.
I got my strap. All problems John Doe problems sleeping. How was your bean beads? Kumquat.
Kumquat. Squirt. Yeah, this one, this strap rollout should be a lot better. You'll be able to see what it looks like ahead of time. You'll be able to pre-order, so we know that everybody gets one. It'll be good. It'll be better than last time, at least.
Anal heads.
We'll fix it. I promise.
LOL.
How was my bean? Oh, shnikes. I owe you guys a bean. My bad. I didn't even realize we had 20 likes. I'm sorry. Let's roll for a stinky bean. That'll make me feel better, since I feel like crap today.
Did you save the meme?
Let's make it worse.
Strap. Sneakies.
Did I save the meme? Oh.
Over 20 before I got here. LOL.
I know. I forgot. My bad. I got distracted. Dang it. Freaking buttered popcorn and
I think I popped a
rotten
commuter
egg.
valve in my back. Popcorn fish seems to be a favorite of that wheel.
Yeah, it really does. We got a lot of these other ones floating around.
Egg.
Oh, God.
That looks gross.
Nothing like eggs for breakfast.
You can see the sadness in his eyes. LOL.
Here it is. Thank you for the 20 likes, boys. Buttered popcorn or rotten egg? We'll find out in 5, 4, 3, 2... Oh, God. It's egg.
Buttered rot corn.
Oh, God.
AliExpress has anniversary sales, $4 off every 20, I think. Buttered snot porn. Buttered butt corn. Oh, it's egg. Popcorn fish sounds kinda good, like popcorn chicken.
Oh, God. Trying to... Ugh. I save up a lot of, you know when you're chewing a jelly bean, you get like a lot of spit?
Tastes like
I like
your
save it
mom.
up so I don't have to swallow it because I don't want to taste it. Oh, God. Why am I the egg mode? Ugh.
Breathe deep while eating. BWNZ, those are basically fish sticks. Like death. Just make them smaller, I guess.
Oh, God. Alright. Down the hatch. Ew.
Catfish bites. The love is in the swallowing.
Shut up, kids. Oh, gross. Well, I did want breakfast.
LOL. LOL.
So there's the
Catfish
eggs.
bites has a good ring to it.
Gross. Oh yeah, but I think OG said that he'd be bringing back referee OG. If anybody remembers that little
British people eat beans for breakfast.
that little meme there. Yeah, they eat beans and like tomatoes and blood
Holy
pudding
catfish
and
bites. And cocks.
other stuff. They eat a bunch of savory stuff. American breakfast is always very sweet. Not always, but it's usually pretty sweet. A little savory. Good mix of the two,
We need
I'd say.
memes. With toast, of course.
Oh, God.
You northerners don't know the power of catfish bites.
Catfish bites. No. How dare you?
Don't let your memes be dreams. Teach me the way of catfish bites. No catfish here, can confirm. Nothing better than a greasy fry up after a heavy night.
No
OG
catfish?
is the father that comes around like once or twice
Not
a
even
year
holy
with a gift
catfish?
and then leaves again.
There's
Chips
holy
for
catfish
breakfast,
everywhere,
loads
don't
of
lie to me.
beans, heaven. Head south and let Luciana feed you. Icon dealer are you using on the sim?
I use the T-Lite from Jumper with mini AGO1 gimbals because I don't like the stock gimbals it comes with. They're pretty bad.
We have real fish where I live, not mud fish. Louisiana can't even keep the ocean out though. JK. Flying bots, I'm here right now if you want heaven. Awesome. My dick hand.
Excuse you. Excuse you. You dick hand.
No catfish in the Bitterroot, only trout, pike, and whitefish. I just got my boxer last week and I love it.
Don't make me hurt my dick hand.
I want some of that East Palestine fish.
Oh, delicious, yeah. That's the kind with like
That's just New Orleans, not
two
sure
heads.
who decided to build a city in a bowl of water. Same here, bitter. Me too, BWNS. Americans Atlantis. Yet LMAO. Americas. Kevin keeps let me borrow it.
Oops. Oh.
Borrow.
Buttered biscuits.
I'm charging up, gonna go fly and tune a few things, moved everything to BF44 and gotta make sure everything is good.
Very nice.
LOL Mike.
Good luck, sir.
I think I'm gonna
jealous.
fly Hexplorer and Baby Hawk too.
I wish I could fly outside
heard
today.
that too.
There's no way though.
LMAO.
No way.
Yet. BWNZ, I waited too long for it, LOL. Can you drop some hints on the new strap? Robot Lady is Canadian.
Can I drop some hints?
What map is that? How a boot that?
This is a brand new BonerFPV map. This is called Jumanji
She sounds like it, Roof.
2.
Morning, my peeps. Happy Friday.
And it is an official map as of like a couple, maybe an hour ago. Not even. So you can, if you launch Velocidrone, it should be there for you. Under Dynamic Polyworld, Jumanji 2. Oh. A hint about the new
Who
strap.
boot the roof, ya hoser? Yo June Loco.
I guess, I mean, I could. I don't know if I should. But I guess I could. You wouldn't guess it in a million years. I'll tell you that much. You wouldn't guess it in a million years. Like I said before, the things that we're doing with this fat strap haven't been done with any other fat strap
Hey June Loco
yet.
619 lol Brett.
They didn't. Fat strap didn't even know it was a possibility. They told us it wasn't possible. Eve went out of his way to find out that it was possible, and so that we're doing it that way. But we're doing it a very different way than any other fat strap's been done. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's worth spoiling it. You know, it's gonna be sick.
About the new strap is it's beautiful.
It's gonna be sick. Yes, it is beautiful.
You can put your weed in it.
It will be beautiful. No, just design-wise, there's two things on it that you can't get on any other fat strap that we're doing with the design.
Just got some Omnifixo clamps. The logo will be shiny. I'm guessing it's some kind of modularity.
Nope.
I love them.
No modularity.
I need a DJI one. Wee in it. I meant the pattern, not the make, but okay. Bitterroot FPV Mike Bergman.
I mean the pattern too.
FPV brothers.
I know what you mean, and I meant the same thing. I can't explain it without spoiling it, but I meant the same thing. Design.
The straps come pre-scented with chronic dank weed.
Well, those they do anyways. I store them at my house.
When you stretch the elastic, it lets out a breathy moan.
Yes,
it
does.
Shit.
It goes squirt.
Better get started fixing the bed. Have a good day, everyone. If it resembles a jock
All right, Nick,
strap,
thanks
then
for
yes,
stopping
that
in,
is
buddy.
pretty different.
Go make your bed. Just make sure when you make
It's
it.
a day off for me, kicking it with my bong and cat. Free
Nice.
stick of dank butter with every strap. Have a wonderful day, Nick. It has a joint holster.
As
and
much
a
butter
sausage
as I've
holster,
made
smoke, and a snack
upstairs
on
in the
deck.
freezer, yeah, I probably could
Later, Nick.
give everybody.
Does the strap have joint holder?
No
Later,
joint
Nick.
holder.
Reflective threads.
Nope.
I'm guessing it will be robust and have a night helmet that you can add to it. Make your flipping bed. Bed post
Flying
to
bots,
bed
did you
post.
break into my email? How
Bye,
did you
Nick.
know that?
Thanks for the entertainment. Bye, Nick.
How did you know that?
Nick got overwhelmed with our sexual innuendos.
Hey, that's okay. That's okay. We're not for everyone
Haha, June Loco. Bed post to bed post.
with our
No joint holder. I don't
sexual
want
robustness. Yep, no joint holder. Sorry. Maybe on V3 they'll have a joint holder. Oh gosh. Maybe.
Thin. Cold front and penguin in Urandu.
I don't know. One thing at a time. We're breaking one barrier at a time here with these fat straps. They'll be better than version 1, and that's all that mattered to me, was that we improved from the first version. The rollout will be better.
Your
The
mouth
design
is the joint
is better.
holder. Torn between these straps and the drone camp's head straps.
Oh, I would go
Joint
with drone
and lighter
camps.
holder.
That's just quality.
LOL.
That's a quality product right there. I heard that Stargazer not even supposed to come out until like May. So I don't know why. I don't know why Drone Camps put his out already. He put his video out already. It sounds like they didn't want. It sounds like they didn't want any videos out yet. Maybe he missed that part, or maybe they didn't tell him. But they emailed me about it and said, "Hey, we want to talk to you before you do anything with it."
Better a head strap than a strap on.
And then they said to take your time on doing the video.
He has the clout for it though. Does his have a crypto holder? Probably wants that first
NFTs.
mover's advantage to collect views before everyone.
Probably.
DC head strap has instructions on making your bed. Missed the part where it's his problem.
I missed the part where that's my problem?
LOL.
He's the clout goblin. He does what he wants.
Good morning, Japanese letters.
Oh,
Oh, Japanese characters, long time no see.
he was
Can
in here
you
earlier.
press M, please? The fat strap elastic is too stiff for
Oh,
my
I didn't turn my
liking.
sticks
I like
on, my
the
bad.
stretchiness of the ethics straps the best. I still had to get one of your fat straps because they are cool.
Oh, well, thank you.
LOL.
I think you're really going to like this next one. If you like the other one, I think this one you will love.
G-Day everyone.
I technically...
Did I hear cunt goblin?
Clout goblin, but close enough. Same difference. I technically already gave a hint towards the new strap the other day, but I was not specific at all about the hint. It was very nonchalant, just kind of like a... I just mentioned it in passing on stream.
Crotch goblin.
But I never said that it had anything to do with the strap or anything like that, so you wouldn't have known, I don't think.
My ex-wife is probably talking somewhere, so yet. Lol. Crotch gobbler. Maybe unless she has her mouth full. Is there any ways you can show me how I can see other people's run in Velocidrone on the racing maps, for instance?
Yes. If I remember how to do this right. I
It's
usually
always full.
don't do anything with this, so forgive me if I don't do this right. But I'm pretty sure you do Nemesis, and then you find the map that you want to look at. Maybe this one has it, maybe? Am I doing this right? Wait, I did this wrong. Did I do this wrong? I don't know. This is all changed now, too.
I feel like Crotch
Ghost
Goblin
data
and Crotch
management.
Gobbler are two very different things.
I guess, is there none to look at? There is none. Okay. Well, I guess it has to have Nemesis data, right? I feel like I'm doing this right. I just need to find one that has some times on it. This one probably does, maybe? Maybe, possibly?
Gonna go freeze and wreck my quad in the snow now. We'll come back after if you are still streaming later. Why all?
Alright, brother, take care.
Check.
Enjoy.
The VRL maps have times. Open the track leaderboard.
There we go, thank you. And then you go to view, and that's it, I think.
Crotch Gobbler just makes me think of a lady's bits doing a turkey gobble when she hip thrusts.
Do it. I don't know, it's around there somewhere.
It's in Nemesis Flight. Go to track leaderboard, select view Nemesis Flight, and it should work. Viru Nemesis Flight.
Oh, that's why I didn't click Nemesis Flight.
Laters.
There
Later,
you have
Thomas.
And then you can fly like this guy. But yeah, use Nemesis, the Nemesis option to get into all that stuff. And then you can find your way from there. But it's right there on the main menu. Do it to it. Where were we? Bonafide. Skew. Oh, my butt.
Thanks, dog.
No worries.
Later, Thomas, homie.
Oh, it's a little crowded over here.
I'm at the bottom of my rain drink.
Oh. You're at the bottom of your rain? What is that? What? What is a rain drink? Is that like a brand? Oh, not low enough. Not low enough, Junior.
Rain Shadow Legends.
Ah. Rain Shadow Legends.
Can't find the GD Garden Lanterns.
The garden lanterns.
FB. By Curiosity Stream. LOL, used to watch that show.
Facebook? What happened? I thought they could just feel like bass and stuff like that. Oh, yeah, no. I think it's a common misconception. Deaf people can't hear shit. Most can hear, sorta.
These mofos got a lot to say in this whack-ass meeting.
You should tell them that. Tell them this meeting is whack as ass.
Snap back to reality, watch your profanity, this is insanity, oh the humanity, screw gravity, call up Sean Hannity, it's a bold strategy inside our galaxy, my sexuality like the male fantasy.
Alright, hell yeah. Oh, okay. It's an energy drink.
Exactly.
Does it say total body fuel
Whack-ass
on the
meeting.
front? It also has aminos in it, whatever that is. You guys want some aminos? Have some rain energy drink. And be a king. Rain. Supreme.
Tell them the meeting is a waste of time, everyone should be FK and flying.
Oh, fucking AIDS.
BCAA.
Friggin' noon already. Jeebus. Alright.
I only
We
drink
need to wrap
Celsius.
this up. I need to wrap this up. Gentlemen, thank you for chilling. Go check out the new BonerFPV map, Jumanji 2,
We was
on
cons.
Dynamic Polyworld.
Exactly.
And that is live, currently, in Velocidrone. Go check it out. Fly it. Have fun. It's a good time.
Brought to you by Logan Paul. Later heads.
Oh, excuse me. Who's Kangs?
John Doe, I don't know about Celsius.
We will be back.
Stay safe, everyone.
Tomorrow night, we're flying again in
Have a
GTA
good one,
5.
bye all. Later, brother.
Because I feel like there's way more map
Later,
to
guys.
explore there that we missed.
Joe, are you on
So,
Discord?
be around
Drink
for that
some high noons.
if you would like to.
LOL. Later, guys.
Also, we got
See you all later.
this
Have a
coming
great
Monday.
day, mofos.
Members only movie night
Install
is
mods.
this Monday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern in our Discord. I'll put the link out again Monday morning. The movie for this Monday is Back to the Future. The OG Back to the Future we will be watching, which that was made in
Later, Isaac.
1985.
Later,
So
guys.
strap in, boys. We're headed Back to the Future Monday night. We'll see you guys tomorrow night here for a stream, though. Stop on
Later,
by.
bye all.
We'll see you then.
Love you all much, homo.
Holler at your boy. Get out there and fly. Enjoy your Fridays. Peace.
Never managed to get the FPV mod on GTA V. Much love. Get on my 9. Late's tense.
90% of the time,
Stay
I
safe,
have no
peeps.
idea what the fuck I'm talking
Cocksucked
about.
so. Keep your